I am Miles Cupp, an instructor with South Coast Swords, and I am here to share with the HEMA community something that we have been waiting for years. In my case, since they were first announced. The Progauntlets are finally here. The mythical, legendary Progauntlets that we've all been waiting for are finally being shipped out. I've got a pair. I want to open it with everybody, so let's just go straight for it and see what this is like to open up a pair of Progauntlets shipped from the Netherlands. I'm going to open this guy right here. Wow. Progauntlets! Progauntlets are here! All right, let's see what, is there any more cutting to do? Yes, it's taped up right there. And there you have it. The Progauntlets. What does it say on the inside? It says, "Thank you, dear Miles. You are now among the first to own a pair of the mythical Progauntlet. For years, we have dreamt to fulfill our promise and deliver an outstanding HEMA glove to the community, and now the day has come. We would like to say thank you for being there at the beginning of our journey and for sticking with us for so long. It's been a daunting journey that more than once put us on the edge of giving up. But every time the flame was rekindled, in no small part thanks to the support and positive vibes from our loyal backers. Nothing like this has ever been made. To solve the big puzzles of getting it right and getting it made took us 6 long years. It has forged us into an exceptional team, ready to keep raising the bar for protective equipment. Naturally, we are very proud to deliver this pair of Progauntlets to you. May they enable you to bring your swordplay to a higher level. 6 years ago, you had our back. Now let us protect your hands. Please get in touch, let us know if the Progauntlet lives up to your expectations, and share your story with the world." Well, that's what we're doing right now. All the best. Martin, I'm going to try to say these names and give everybody credit. Martin Campos, Yuval Kuipers, Marlies Moltmaker, Leander Hoffman, Jorik Majdam, Leander Westendorp, Jalene Schadg, I hope I'm saying that right, Remy Darikarier, Ingvar Hulbrink, and Kun Vanderloop. Signed, Team Crossguard. So here they are at long last. The Progauntlets. Let's just go right for it and see how hard it is to put them on. So I'm very fortunate that I have hands that I think are in that Goldilocks zone for them to just go. So then they just slide on. I think it just Velcros right there. And then we'll do the other one. So what they've included, and I saw this on the prototype when I was in Minsk and at SoCal Sword Fight, they have included this little pull strap right here to make it a lot easier to get them on. So not a problem to put on from the looks of it. They feel comfortable. Open and close nicely. Let's get a sword. So, Progauntlets with an Arius Swoosh longsword. It is pretty easy to make, certainly thumb grip transitions with these. In some ways, I'm a little weirded out by how much mobility I find that I have, that it's like, oh, I can now do this with my sword. I can go to the inverter like nothing. I can switch to a thumb grip like nothing. Can change, let go. One of the biggest issues that I've always personally had with certainly clamshell style gauntlets is that they force your hand into the shape of the clamshell. So when you're holding onto your pommel and you want to open it to go and do arm checks, half swording, grapples, whatever, you sort of have to fight your own glove to get in and out. But with these, there's no effort whatsoever to open or close my fingers, to change. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. So one of the things that the Progauntlet team paid very close attention to is the danger and risk of swords that get caught in the phalanges, that area between the fingers. So what they've done is they've added this blade catcher here over some individual plates that cover each finger separation. So that way if a thrust gets in there, it's going to be captured and caught, and it won't go into your hand if you happen to have a other type of glove that doesn't protect that. The Progauntlet team actually delayed the release of the Progauntlets so they could focus a lot on this. At least that's what I've read from their press release, because I've been following the Progauntlets very closely since they were first announced. So that's a really important feature that they've added there. One thing I want to point out is how nice the side finger protection is. A lot of times on other gloves you'll see where this area can be very exposed here. The only, and I have to, almost exaggerate to get my finger out of the glove, is this part right here. But you're going to be holding onto the sword. This is fully covered right here, especially the side of the fingers. The side of the fingers and the fingertips have full 360-degree coverage all around the fingertips, which is fantastic that they have this. So now you can see it as well on the pinky, side of the pinky, side of the hand right here, also along the thumb, especially around the thumb. So if you even go to a inverted thumb grip on the sword, you can see that the protection of the thumb guard extends down below the tip of the thumb. So even if your hand is almost fully inverted, where your hand would be most exposed in this position, there's still protection over the tip of the thumb, along the side of the fingers. You could even go and finger your cross like this and have protection all around your thumb. This is really amazing what they've pulled off. So let's turn to wrist articulation. I haven't put on my jacket yet, so later I'm gonna put on my jacket, maybe do a little bit of free fencing, but as far as wrist articulation goes, I am not fighting these gloves whatsoever. They are free to move around. It's almost like I'm not wearing a glove at all. That's the best that I can say about my impression of these Progauntlets fresh out of the box. As far as wrist articulation goes, I can go anywhere I want, as tightly around my wrists as I want. So if I'm doing, let's say, 133 intricate sword and buckler maneuvers, and I'll get out a sword and buckler a little bit later and show, you can see that these gloves are not binding up on each other in any way. I'm free to move around, slide around, nothing is getting caught. This is a really great feature of these gloves. So will these gloves need to be broken in? Well, fresh out of the box, it already feels like they fit like a glove. I'm not fighting against any of the parts or components, and the glove moves very well, breathes very well. I'd say that it, maybe a tiny little bit of break-in just so that the glove sort of forms even more around my hands as I get to use them. But as far as my impression of these gloves, how difficult are they to use right after getting them out of the box? You know what? I'd say they fit me like a glove right now. If you enjoyed today's video, please comment on it, or even better, subscribe for future content, future historical European martial arts product reviews and unboxings. Also, check out all of our previous videos. There's a lot to see there. We hope to see you on the Hemisphere.